Hello students, welcome back. Class 11. Today I am discussing our topic how to insert records in a table. How to insert record in a table. Last time I have discussed about to show the structure of current table. So describe student. Okay students, so you can see describe students. So you can see SID, SNAME, date of birth, SCT and fees. Okay, but in this, after creating columns, we want to insert this data: 101 Rohit, date of birth Kota, and 102 Hitesh, date of birth Pali, 103 Rita, date of birth Jaipur, 7500.95. So I want to insert these records. Okay, so to insert records into the table, so you keep in mind the MySQL syntax. Very simple. Insert into table name. Okay, table name. Then we can use our column list, and then we will mention values, and one by one we can input our values, then closing the bracket and semicolon. Okay, so this is our syntax. Okay, first we insert into, then we can write table name, then in square bracket we mention all the column names, then we can use values, then in bracket we can use one by one values, then closing the bracket and semicolon. So here I am giving one example, so you can see. For example, suppose I want to insert 101 Rohit, 1996, 02 12 Kota, 4500.75 in student table. Okay, SID, SNAME, date of birth, SCT, fees we already created. Okay, so you can write insert into. You can see insert into, you must type then table name. So what is the table name? You can see student, so we can use student. Then we can use bracket. Okay, opening and closing. Then you can use SID, comma, SNAME, comma, date of birth, comma, SCT, comma, fees. Okay, so one by one we will mention all the columns. Then we can use values. Okay, then open the bracket. So first is our SID, so we can input 101 because SID is integer, so we directly use 101 without double quotes, comma. Next you see SNAME. SNAME you can see Rohit, because Rohit is our character, so we can use single quotes, then comma. You can see date of birth. So date of birth you first mention year, then month, then DD, and in between we can use slash, and here bracket, here we can use single quotes. We can use single quotes. So you can see this is our date of birth, comma, Kota. This is our where character. Okay, because here SCT, so we can mention Kota in double quotes, because character in single quotes, where character in double quotes. Then we can mention fees. Okay, you can see this is our fees, 4500.75, because this is our number, so we can directly use without double quotes. There is no need to use double quotes. And then close this bracket and semicolon to complete this command. So this is our MySQL insert command, DML command. DML means data manipulation language command. Okay, then you, after typing, then you press enter key. So this 101 Rohit and date of birth, Kota, fees will store in the school table. Okay students, so you can see. Suppose you want to insert 102 Hitesh, date of birth, Pali, and this data. So we can use insert into students values. Okay, values. So there is no need to type again column name. There is no need to type column name, because we want to input all the values of all the columns one by one. Okay, so we can use 102, comma, Hitesh, because Hitesh is our character, so we can use single quotes, comma. Then date of birth we can input in single quotes, year. Then we can use month, then we can use day, then we can use Pali, because this is our where character, so double quotes. And finally we can input fees, then we closing the bracket and semicolon. So this second record will insert into student table. Suppose you want to insert third row 1023 Rita and date of birth Jaipur. So again we can same line we can copy and paste. Same line we can copy and paste. Only here we can change our data 103 Rita, date of birth, and we can use Jaipur, and this is our data 7500.95. Okay. Suppose you want to insert 104 Arpit, simply we can copy this command and paste, and here we can change 104 Arpit in single quotes, date of birth, Udaipur and fees. Then so we use 4 time insert, first, second, third and fourth. So we can input our data. Okay, and last is 105 Bindu. So we can use insert into student values 105 Bindu and date of birth and Ajmer, and so we can use insert command. Okay, we can use insert command to insert all the records. Okay, here we are not mentioning the column name again because we want to input all the values of we can skip these column names. We can directly use insert into student and values. We can mention column name, no problem, but you can skip if you want to input all the values of particular person one by one. So in this you have learned about how to insert records in the MySQL table, in student table. Okay student. So last time I have discussed how to create database. Okay, so I want to revise some points again. Okay, so this is our database school. First we create school database. So you can see create database school semicolon enter. Okay, now after creating school database we can open school database. To open school database we can use school semicolon. So our school database open. After opening database we can create table. We want to create student table, and in this student table we will create SID, SNAME, date of birth, SCT and fees, and we can input our data type. Okay, SID integer 3, SNAME we can use character 20, date of birth we can use date, SCT we can use where character 15, fees we can use decimal 7. So for this purpose so to show all the database, so we can show the list of our databases, all the database. So our school database we will also see. Okay, this is also a command, but I want to create a table, student table. So we can use create table student. In opening and closing we can use SID integer 3 comma SNAME character 20, date of birth, date, SCT and fees you can see. So our table structure will complete with the help of this MySQL command. Okay, finally we can close the bracket and semicolon. Okay, and suppose you want to show all the table in the current school database, so we can use show tables. So in school database you can see student table will show. Okay, now you want to see all the columns name and data type, so we can use describe, and our table name is student. So we can see the structure of our table. So here you can see we have created database school, open the database, use, create table student, and all column names with data type, and we can see the structure of student database. Then after creating the structure we want to insert all the records, so we can use insert into command, insert into student, and this command we can use one by one, so we can insert all the records. Okay, so we have create database, open the database, create table, show the structure of table, and input the records in the student table. Okay, now the next job is I want to see the data, I want to see all the data. Okay, so here we can use to query, or we can say view the data of current table. So for this purpose we can use select command. Okay, we can use select command. Then we can mention our selected column. Okay, column, then multiple column we can use comma, and then we can use from, and we can mention which table you want to use. So from, after from we can use table name, then we can use semicolon. So to show the selected data we can use select command, then we can mention our columns name, then we always use from, and we can mention the table name, then we can use semicolon. So here I am giving one example. Suppose I want to show select, because I want to show select SID column, okay, S name, date of birth, ACT and fees from student table, then we must use semicolon and then press enter. So after writing this command it will show complete table. So we will see our complete table including column names, okay. So because we already inserted this data and I want to show this data, so simply we can use select command, then we can mention column name SID, S name, date of birth, ACT, fees from student, and you can see all the records. Okay students, now next thing is to view all the column, all the rows of the current table, okay. Suppose we directly use select star, we can use select star. If we want to see complete table with all records, so we directly use star, select star from student. So when you use star, star means all columns including all rows. So last time I use all the column name SID, S name, so there is no need to use mention all the column names, okay. We directly use shortcut star. When you mention star, it will include all the columns or including all the rows. So directly the shortcut is select star from student, okay, then semicolon, enter. So this is our structure. Select star means all the columns with all rows. Star means, we can say in our language, complete table, complete columns and rows. So select star from student, you can see. Now to view the selected column of the current table, okay. Suppose you want to see only student IDs, all of the student table, so we simply use select SID from student. We simply use select SID. So here I am mentioning only SID. So only SID column you can see, because I want to view. So SID 101, 102, 103, 104 and 105 you can see. Okay, select command only display the selected data, okay. So we mention our column name, okay. Suppose we want to display only SID and S name of the student table, so we simply use select, okay. Select command you use to display our data, view our data, show our data, and column name SID, S name from student. So you can see our SID column and S name column, you can see, and you can take the decision, okay. Now suppose you want to see SID, S name and date of birth. So simply we can mention select SID, S name, date of birth from student. So you can see SID, S name and date of birth data you can see. So simply we can use simple command, select command, and so select command, insert command is belongs to DML category. DML means data manipulation language, but create command belongs to DDL, okay. DDL means data definition language. So select command belongs to DML, insert command belongs to DML, okay. But suppose you want to see CT and fees, so simply we can write select, and I want to show ACT with fees, so simply we can use. So select and from, between we can mention our column name which you want to show, which you want to display. And after we always means the table name student, and semicolon to complete this command, and we can press enter to execute this command, okay. So this is very simple thing. So we can display our ACT and fees. We can also change the order of column, okay. Suppose you want to see fees, then you want to see display SCT, okay. So we can use select SCT, select fees, okay. So fees we first display, and ACT we can display only for displaying purpose, viewing purpose. We can change the order of our column. So fees, then we can display ACT, and finally we must use semicolon, okay students. So now next thing is Okay, now we can use aliases, okay, to display column name with different name in query output. Okay, suppose here you can see DOB. So DOB is our column name, but I want to show in complete date of birth. So simply we can use select SID, you can see S name, okay, but DOB, so we can use as, in double quotes we can write date of birth. So first we use our column name, then we can use as, in double quotes we can use date of birth. So you can see date of birth column, you can see completely, you can see date of birth column, and from student table you can see, okay. So SID, S name and date of birth column you can see from student table. So here you can see our date of birth DOB column, okay, but I want to show as a message purpose according to our choice. So we can use as, okay, date of birth, this is our original column, but as we can use in our according to our choice title date of birth you can see. So we can say this is our aliases, this is our aliases. This is only temporary purpose, viewing purpose. Real name is date of birth, okay, but only our messaging purpose we can use complete date of birth, okay. So we can use aliases, we can use column aliases. First we use column name, then we can use as, in double quotes we can use a proper title according to our choice. Okay students, thank you so much.